Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, get in here, hit the like button. Hit the like. Ryan, what's up? Lester said, respect to Mr. G. I disagree with like 75% of his points. He a maxi like a mofo. Yeah, he is. He is. Mr. G, and of course, Brother Creole are both my favorite maximalists. You know what I'm saying? Those two guys are my favorite maximalists. Tyler, what's up with you, man? Mo, what's up with you? Yeah, those two my favorite maximalists, dog. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sir Abadiu. You know what I'm saying? These two guys are wealthy, two wealthy individuals. You know what I'm saying? These two guys are early Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying, adopters. So that's why I can respect their views on Bitcoin because it made them tons and tons of money. You know what I'm saying? Me and Mr. G, right, have been cool for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Across this platform. Me and Mr. G. Okay, bet. Hold on. Let me see. Let me do this real quick. Y'all hang out. Okay. There you go. So you got Mr. G, you know what I'm saying? We terrorize other crypto channels. We terrorize other crypto channels, chat boxes. We trigger people. We have a good time. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing that for a minute, you know. A lot of people don't know that his name is Mr. G Recycling because he has a recycling business in the greater New York area. All right. Give me 1 second. I don't see nobody. Okay. I dropped the link, Mr. G. I'm just call you MG. I don't like calling niggas Mr. Fuck all that. Nova Media, what's up with you? Mo said, I'm in love with my crypto. You're supposed to fall in love with investment. Yeah, hey, what's up with you, Mo? Pastor, what's up with you? So we've been terrorizing other crypto channels or whatever. And what up, New? We said, what about Uncle G? Yo, chill, fam. And let me see. Boom. What's up with you, boy?
Yo, what's good?
There
what's
he
good,
is.
Ty? What's up? What's up, everybody?
Yeah. Hey, yeah. So this Mr. G, hey, you should have a wrench. Drop the link to your channel down below.
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna definitely drop the link. Let me see what's going on with it. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's me, Mr. G, the recycling guy. I pick things up and turn them into Bitcoin. That's my intro.
Yo, I like that too. Yo, I'm Mr. G. I pick things up and turn into Bitcoin. Hey, listen, when people hear that, because it's already the crypto culture of, you know, make money tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like you just slid in there. Yeah, I pick shit up and turn into Bitcoin.
Man, I just keep it real simple, my G. That's it.
Nah, and on the cool, man, I'm proud of you, bro, because your whole recycling business, like you're doing very well with that. Of course, you killed it with Bitcoin, so it's always cool to see, you know what I'm saying, a young black guy traveling and shit, enjoying himself at an early age, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, first of all, I would like to start by saying that Bitcoin, honestly, it woke me up as far as what money is and time. So I just wanted to start with that. And as far as like what people picture as what wealth is and everything like that, I would say wealth is more like your time, your free time, and what you have to, the time that you donate to things that you love and everything like that. And I love what I do. I'm not even gonna hold you up. We're gonna get into that tonight. You dig?
Yeah. So before I roast you for your Bitcoin maximalist views, I just wanted to
Oh,
get
come on, bro. You
no,
can't
no,
roast me.
no. That's like I wanted to make sure people know that we're not enemies. This ain't no argument because I ain't arguing with people. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all at the beginning of last year, I am not arguing or debating about the future of investing. I'm not arguing about that. You know what I'm saying? There is no argument at this point. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
absolutely.
So, you lay it out. You know what I'm saying? How you pretty much started your recycling business, how you got it going, and how you got into Bitcoin.
Well, I started about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin for me came about at a time when I was down as far as me going through a lot of stuff with the criminal justice system. And I got introduced to Bitcoin not through a blog post or
Uh
like a web chat or anything like that. I got actually presented a book and I read it. It had the white paper in there. It presented all the valid points about Bitcoin, like how the actual units are transferred and the means of transferring some value between two parties without a third party, right? Between two peers without a third party, excuse me. So that right there was basically it spoke to me immediately because
Well,
we're young people.
wait. See, see,
Talk to me.
that part is why they're trying to hide the white paper right now because it's still a third part. It's still a third party.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's definitely like a thing with the white paper, right? So okay, let me introduce the book that I actually got
Wait.
introduced to.
We can't just skip past. You know what I'm saying? The Bitcoin white paper being a failure off the first page.
Okay, well, if you feel like it's a
No, it's not
failure,
how I feel. No, it's not how I feel.
okay,
Okay,
why is
big.
it a failure?
Well, Bitcoin is no longer a peer-to-peer transaction. Okay, Bitcoin is exchanges. All right, Bitcoin is liquidity pools. Bitcoin is not unless you mind it and the other person mind it. There's a third party.
Okay, so when you say third party, what do you mean by that? So, because if you could
What I mean
produce an
by what I mean
address,
by that is two parties are not mining the Bitcoin. That's not what's going on.
you're getting it confused. You want to
Where
know
am I?
where?
Where am I getting confused at?
Okay, because if I have some Bitcoin already, essentially I bought some Bitcoin with fiat, or I worked for it, or maybe I got it as a
Right.
gift, or
That
some,
that is a third
I've already
party.
gotten that transfer. Wait,
That's a
hold
third
on.
part. That's a third party.
Wait. That's not a third party. Essentially, if I worked for some Bitcoin, like if I fixed one of your vehicles or something like that, and you decided to pay me in Bitcoin,
Okay. Well,
essentially,
where am I? Where do
if you
I? Where
mine
am I?
some
Wait.
Bitcoin,
Where am I getting the Bitcoin from?
I'll give you an example. If you mine some Bitcoin, essentially the first Bitcoin that came out was 50 Bitcoin within the block reward. You could have mined some on a computer. After like around 2012, it got kind of intensive in China with ASIC mining. So you got, these high powered computers that came out, and you had to buy specialized and hook them up to 220 voltage to basically mine SHA-256. right? So essentially, at that point, the only way to get Bitcoin was to download Bitcoin QT on your computer, and you would get a wallet and a node that basically performed as a miner using your CPU as a miner, right?
Who? Okay, so what percent of Bitcoin is moving like that?
No, so I'm just gonna explain to you how Bitcoin essentially became like started circulating. Essentially,
Oh no,
it was
I
just
know
people
how.
that would like that had an interest in it. It wasn't
Right,
just like a bunch of rich people that said, "Hey, we got this new money and we're gonna just essentially, make it ours and everything like that," because it wouldn't have worked.
right. So the first page of the Bitcoin white paper said a peer to peer. Okay, everything you're explaining is not peer to peer.
Well, let me give you an example before we get to the peer to peer part. Because essentially, if you wanted to join the network, you had to download the software, right? If you were interested in Bitcoin, you read the white paper, which was released online. You said, you probably thought to yourself, this is interesting. Let me check this out, and let me run this software on my computer, right? So you
Nobody's
ran
doing
some of the
that.
software. Wait,
Mm.
hold on. So you ran some of the software, and you probably hit a block, and you got your 50 Bitcoin, and you decided, baby, like let me send some Bitcoin to my friend. Maybe this is a good idea, something like that. So you send some Bitcoin to your friend who essentially holds on to the Bitcoin for maybe like a few years, and the price goes up because of essentially the network effect behind Bitcoin is you're gonna take one person that's gonna send it to two people are gonna send it to six people are gonna send it to 12, and essentially that's how the exponential cycle of you know circulation like starts. You had Bitcoin faucets, you had people giving them out at fairs and events and that sort of thing. So, Bitcoin was always an experiment until like a few cycles later, because essentially like the narrative with Bitcoin was like it was cash, right? So I guess that's where you get essentially where you think Bitcoin went wrong. So we're gonna get to the peer-to-peer aspect. So the peer-to-peer aspect is essentially the addresses which you could produce and I could produce essentially by shaking a dice. You know about producing the addresses with the shaking of the dice, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. So you could produce an address without a computer. You could produce an address by shaking the dice, right? And it produces excuse me, not shaking the dice. I'm bugging. Flipping a coin. Excuse me, y'all. You can flip a coin 256 times and then you'll get a number. Basically, you'll get 1 or 0. And essentially that becomes a number that's very hard to repeat, and essentially you could create an address that way, right? And Bitcoin addresses, they're infinitely or almost infinitely repeatable. They're in the quindecillions, and that's a very large number. Quindecillions. It's not trillion, it's not quintillion, it's not billion. It's a really, really large number, right? So Bitcoin addresses also run on something called ECDSA, which is called elliptic curve cryptography. You already know about this. And essentially, like two addresses can't collide.
Right, 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 right,
You
right, right.
can't
So
have two
look,
of the same
so look,
addresses.
so look, so look, so look,
Okay.
so look. Listen, it's not peer to peer.
I'm gonna get to that part. I'm just gonna let you know how the
Now
addresses are produced.
we got to get to that part.
Okay, cool. So the addresses, now that we know that the addresses, you can't have two of the same addresses, this basically means that I could create an address and you could create an address, and we can reasonably believe that these addresses will never be created again. So that's one part of Bitcoin that essentially like that makes the blockchain, because it's like a soup of old technologies that makes what a
So it's like
blockchain
a
is.
so it's like a bank account number.
Well, not necessarily an account number, because it's not an account based system, because Bitcoin is like a transaction based system. So it's like who has what, and it was a record of who was passed what. So if
Now
I had,
I understand. I
yeah,
understand about on chain. I know about things being on chain. What I'm saying is that when you say it's unique addresses, I'm just saying it's like a account number.
you could say that. You could say that. You could say like it's an
Now,
ID or an account number.
now, uh, you think okay? You think that Bitcoin is going to be the world's reserve currency?
100%.
Are you so?
Now ask me why. We haven't even got to the peer to
No,
peer
no, no, no. Listen, wait, wait, wait,
aspect.
wait.
Yeah.
So I just want to, because this is how I determine a Bitcoin maximalist, right? Like once you say I think Bitcoin is going to be the world's reserve currency, I just want to make sure you are willing to stand on that, stand in it.
We standing in it, bro, my brother. We standing
All right,
10 feet tall in it. You heard?
all right, all right, all right. Bless your heart. Now, what's going to happen with taxes?
As far as what, like explain, because there's different levels of like taxation, right? There's direct
Well, it's not. It's not.
taxation,
It's
right?
not. It's not different levels of who's in charge of taxes.
No, but I
All
know
right.
what you mean by taxation because there's different ways
Wait,
of
wait, wait, wait,
taxation.
wait, wait. Hold on, hold on,
Okay.
hold on, hold on. When it comes to taxes, how are the taxes going to be collected?
You mean as of right now, or as if when Bitcoin becomes money?
When Bitcoin becomes money. Sure, let's
Okay.
just.
So essentially, if when Bitcoin becomes money, that means we've gone through like a repricing event. Everything in the shops and stores, the grocery stores, everything is basically priced in Bitcoin. The local fiat
Or
currencies we
Satoshis.
showed on the side, and
So
essentially,
you think that everything is going to be priced in Satoshis
essentially,
or sats?
okay. So now, what the theory on that is that's not something that's going to happen tomorrow. That's not something that's going to happen in the next 5 years. But let's say like at the end of a 20-year cycle, 25
Well,
years.
okay. So what's going to happen first? That or CBDCs?
Well, essentially, the only way CBDCs are coming in is to like stop the inflation or find a way to like hide the inflation. So essentially, they'll give like all the pensioners, all the boomers that have retirement accounts, they're gonna probably give them some kind of a UBI CBDC stimulus or something like that. You know.
Not in Bitcoin though.
Well, most definitely not in Bitcoin. Bitcoin could stand alone. It doesn't need the dollar. It doesn't need any of these currencies.
Right.
Essentially,
So
it's
okay.
its own
So
system.
okay, it's its own system.
Right.
And that no that what I'm trying to say is how are taxes going to be pulled out of it? If it's its own system, how are you going to bring taxes out of it?
Okay. So as we all understand, there's 100 million satoshis.
So for the record, you're saying that some independent financial system is where the government is going to get taxes from, right?
Not necessarily. Not saying that because here's the thing: Bitcoin essentially is unseizable. So that's going to be a big issue if essentially governments want to find a way to tax it because then that's when it's going to get a lot more interesting because you have a
Wait,
lot of
wait, wait, wait,
institutions.
wait. We already know how they're going to tax all this stuff. Okay, there's going to be tax on a public blockchain. Okay, that's what's going to happen. And cryptocurrencies and all the rest of it, they're going to be able to still participate. But when you cash out, you are going to be cashing out in a central bank digital currency, and the taxes are going to be figured out on the way onto a public chain.
Oh, for sure. Now check it out.
All right, all right. So you do agree that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are going to adhere to the banks with the tanks.
Well, the banks with the tanks have no choice because, like I said, Bitcoin is its
Oh
own
my God!
system.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Wait,
minute.
let me
Yo,
explain.
you can't be saying stuff
Well, I
like
mean,
the
if you let
banks.
me get
The
two
banks with
words
the
out, I'll be able to explain.
Well, I'm just telling you, you can't. The banks with the tanks have no choice. They have the ultimate choice.
As okay, so let me break two things down. Bitcoin being its own separate system that doesn't need fiat currencies. Essentially, one
Whoa,
Bitcoin
whoa,
equals one
whoa, whoa,
Bitcoin.
whoa! Bitcoin doesn't need fiat currencies.
Not to transfer. You could transfer 1 unit of Bitcoin, and let's say you fixed one of my vehicles, right? And I decided to pay you 10 million satoshis, right? You fixed an old model Beamer of mine, and you fixed
Okay,
it brand new, and I
so
paid you 10
wait,
million
wait.
satoshis,
So
right? That's
it.
the value.
So,
Listen. That's the value I equated to the time and work that you did on my vehicle. So I felt like paying you 10 million Satoshis was worth the value. If you understand there are only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be, that's a heavy payment because that's 10 million Satoshis, right? So that's essentially if I paid you $10 million to fix an old model BMW, I mean, wouldn't that sound crazy? Or are you all right? Like you just paid $10 million to fix an old BMW. So essentially, let's say if I paid you 40,000 Satoshis, right, to fix an old BMW, let's price that down. So if I paid you 40,000 sats to fix it from rusty to brand spanking new, that's basically worth your time and value. Because if you want to look at if there are only going to be 21 million Bitcoin ever, well, we're going to have to scale that down. Maybe let's say 400 Satoshis, right? Because you have to understand when Bitcoin first came out, it was worth $0, right? People started trading it from $5 to $50 to now we're over here in the $40,000
in dollars. Yes, dollars. Now,
but why is that? Why is that though? Why is that?
I'm finna ask you a question. All of that stuff that you said, all right, if Bitcoin was to take over, but to say Bitcoin doesn't need fiat is insane right now.
Well, now,
wait, hold on. Time out, because I let you talk. What happens if fiat stops going into the market? What happens to Bitcoin if fiat stops going in?
Okay.
The
only ways to really stop fiat from entering like the crypto markets is essentially you have to wait. There are, I believe, two banks in the United States. I believe Silvergate Bank here on the East Coast, and there's another bank on the West Coast. At least
it's a bank in Dakota that has a banking charter.
So there's a few of these banks that are already doing crypto business, right? They've been doing it for a long time before maybe me and you even got in the markets. And on top of that, essentially, right? If they wanted
to, you went all the way around what I asked you.
Yeah, ask me the question again because
the banks. Wait, because you said Bitcoin is independent from fiat, and I asked you what happens if fiat doesn't go into the crypto market. What happens if?
Okay. The only ways they could do that is basically by stopping like the banks from basically transacting with crypto exchanges, right?
Is that impossible?
That is not impossible. Because there's only a few banks that actually exchange with crypto exchange. Like you mentioned one, like a Dakota Bank, right?
Well,
and I mentioned another one like Silvergate.
Well, even they have the charter, but even they can't custody crypto.
A lot of banks can though.
But they can't hold the crypto though. That's what I'm saying. They can't custody.
Not necessarily saying they can hold the crypto, but if
they can buy and sell, they can buy and sell with a different entity, but they themselves as a bank.
Yeah, but okay. I got two things to say about that exactly right there. So the thing about that with the banks, right? So you have more banks every day applying for these charters to be able to custody crypto or whatever, make new wallets. I also have a mixed reaction with this because I look at that as a way of saying like, oh, now you essentially have to get a license to basically hold like a non-custodial wallet or something like that, right? Like the only people that can hold Bitcoin or crypto or whatever kind of non-government money will be only be financial institutions. So that's where we're going with this, right?
Yes.
So take into consideration the amount of Bitcoin that's already been released in circulation. Because I see somebody in the comments that said, what about the Satoshis for the little guy, right? Essentially, Bitcoin has mostly been distributed. You would be surprised if your next door neighbor has some Bitcoin, if they don't already have some already. You'll be surprised who's already buying Bitcoin. All we hear about these large financial institutions and not necessarily like the guy up the block or the UPS guy buying Bitcoin. Essentially, we're establishing a new hierarchy. It's like, it sounds crazy, but
no, we're not.
Okay,
you got it. You can't be. See, you and Creo just say the y'all got to stop saying this stuff, man.
All right, so check it out though.
What is the new? Okay, now hold on, time out. When you say hierarchy, right? How does a hierarchy come without centralization?
Okay, so as far as like the Bitcoin protocol, it's not centralized. You could send Bitcoin to any address.
No, okay, so wait. So when you say
stopping of
what's this new hierarchy? What is this
Okay,
new hierarchy?
so this new hierarchy comes from the basically the crumbling of fiat currencies, right? Government, nation state currencies that are being printed to infinity right now, right? Anybody with a half a brain knows right now that you could stay in the dollar only for a limited time only. You're gonna have to get into something that's essentially gonna hold its value over time. A lot of people would recommend gold, silver,
I
real
don't.
estate.
I don't recommend gold or silver. And I
Me
know you on.
neither.
Wait, I know you on your channel. You know what I'm saying, with the gold bars and shit, my nigga.
I don't you don't hear me talking much about the gold anymore.
Uh-oh. Oh, snap. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold them up.
Yo, let me finish. Let me finish.
Nah, wait a minute. Nah, bro. We
Yo,
got it.
let me finish, bro.
Nah, bro. Y'all gold niggas was giving me hell, bro.
I mean,
You
look, check
precious
this out.
metal
Gold,
niggas.
gold's actually been going up.
Yo,
So what you want?
you precious metal niggas was giving me hell. Y'all niggas cannot leave, bruh. No, you gotta explain that one. Why are you out of gold? Are you not, bro? What? No,
I
no.
haven't established any new positions. Put it like that. I haven't established any new positions. There's no need to at this point because
Man,
it's not moving fast enough. And look, check this out. You want to get a quick little TA on gold? We just shot up to like 1850 in the near term. Say like we go down like a sharp, like a rate crunch or something like that. Like they hike the rates, like they really saying that they're gonna hike the rates. We might go down to like 1500, like in March 2020. So that'll be the time to buy some gold if you want to buy some
man,
gold.
gold has
But I
not
mean, what
been
it's gonna go back up to 2200? Like that's
gold.
nothing.
Gold has
Probably
not
period.
been Gold has not been moving at the same rate of inflation, fam.
It's definitely not because here's the thing: a lot of
Because
the gold
that
miners,
was the purpose for getting into precious metals, though.
yeah. Well, a lot of the banks are buying gold, right? So we have a lot of stuff that's going on in Europe, right, with Russia and everything like that. And if you've been paying attention, like in the last couple of years, Russia's been buying a lot of gold, and China's been buying a lot of gold because everyone's trying to find a way to get out the dollar. A lot of us has only been alive long enough to really see like one kind of money, right, which is the dollar. Most of us, nobody in this chat is over 50 years old, right? At best.
Nah, you'd be surprised, bro.
I
It's some
would be
old.
surprised. I'm not even
I
going to
got I
hold
got
you
some
up.
old niggas in here. I got some old niggas in here.
Check it out, old niggas, man. Listen, y'all only been alive since gold was like about 1971 at best. That's when gold no longer became money, right? We dethroned it from the dollar, and people have been stuck on this thing. Think that people have been stuck on this thing that think the dollar is still money. The dollar is actually like
The dollar is still money.
it's a figment of money, right? So because
Oh
well, dude. The
no.
dollar
I
as
get.
we know it is only
Wait,
50 years old.
wait. Because I got to say this. We understand money. We understand the fractional reserve banking system, but when you say the dollar is not money, fam,
I can explain that.
I can explain it too. But here's the thing: if I go and try to pay my mortgage with a bar of gold, they're not going to accept it. What is
No, because you
more?
would have to convert it to local fiat.
Yes, money, dollars. Dollars is more money than everything else.
Yeah, because you listen, gold is not necessarily transferable for money since 1971. So as long as you've been alive, before that, you could go to the bank and turn in your gold for a house, dude. Look it up. Before 1971 and
What?
before and
Right.
after 1930, I
I,
believe 1935.
listen. I understand the history. I
Right.
know how the money system worked. All right.
Yeah,
The
no,
dot.
definitely. Gold is money, right? Gold is money to smart people. Put it like that.
Okay, where are they spending this at?
What do you mean? Spending what?
Where are they spending the gold?
Well, as of right now, gold is a store of value again, right?
I understand that. That's
It's
not
been
money.
demoted.
That's
It's
not
been
money.
bust down.
My house is a store of value.
Now, look, I could get to that too. Real estate is a really shitty store of value, and here's why.
Yo, you got to take that up with the mother niggas. I'm just saying. Listen, there are plenty of stores of value. In fact, I'll tell you this right now. If shit hit the fan today, I always ask this question: what's more value? What's more valuable, ammunition or gold?
It depends on what you mean because water is valuable in the desert. So that's like
Exactly.
that's just a no, that's just
Exactly.
a no. That's just a coincidence of like time and place. So that's not necessarily because gold
No, you
essentially
can't. You can't do that because
no,
that's
when
what.
I'm
That's
telling you
what
why gold essentially became most
you,
valuable out of
you
everything.
can't do the time and place. You just did the time and place. Well, back in the days, you could do this. You
No,
did the
no, no,
time
no,
and
no, no,
place.
no, 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 no. Gold essentially became money because it's non-counterfeitable. It was hard to produce. It was easy to shape into weight and easy to make into coins, which you could stamp.
Yo, man. See, this is what I'm saying, man. You
No,
niggas
I
go
mean I'm
back
just saying
to.
that's why gold became money after 5,000 years, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm
And
saying. You
then,
niggas go back to ancient Egypt and shit with this shit.
well, I'm not going to ancient Egypt because if anything, ancient Egypt stopped 50 years ago. Then
Are you okay? Are you melting down gold?
no, I'm not melting
Do
down
you?
gold because look, as long as I've been alive, gold is not anything. Gold has just been like a stale piece of bread, right? That's it. It's just like it doesn't go down. So put it like that. It's just been a store of value, right?
All
So
right.
from what? Yeah, go ahead.
You got 10 grand. You putting in Bitcoin or you putting it in gold?
Putting it in Bitcoin. You're mad. Yeah, check it. Because here's
Nah,
the
you know
thing.
what?
Here's the thing.
Hey, you know what? I'm putting. Hey, listen, I'll put it in Bitcoin as well. I just had to hit you with that question because yo, listen, man, you precious metal niggas was on my head, dog.
I mean,
Now
listen,
y'all,
man.
now y'all out here talking about something. I haven't taken any new positions.
I'm being real with you. I don't know about those other guys. I don't know what other niggas are doing, Mo. I'm not even gonna hold you up. But look, here's the thing. Here's what makes Bitcoin superior to gold, right? Do I have to go over it with you, or does everybody in the chat know why, or not?
Bro, that's what we here for y'all to get all y'all Bitcoin maximalist crazy theories about how y'all gonna go around the world governments with your own independent financial system that's gonna dominate.
All
So
right,
that's what these live streams is for. So you guys can explain to me how y'all gonna go around the central banks.
check this out. So here's the thing, right? Essentially, with Bitcoin, right? It's a free floating its own network. It came out. It basically started from zero. People were trading it up, and the reason why Bitcoin is so high today is because of one thing: inflation. Now, why is inflation so important, right? Inflation basically dictates the amount of money you pay for your house, which you consider a store of value, right? Everyone considers, listen, everybody considers their house as a store of value. But what if I could tell you I could buy a beautiful house in another country bigger than everyone else's house for 10 times less, right? And then now that makes your house not much of a store of value. But the only reason why most real estate is a store of value is because of the location. So, you know,
Yo, see, and this one I'm gonna tell you that's another horrible argument that Bitcoin maximalists use
I
because
mean, that's part of the argument. That's just one
no,
leg of it.
well, I'm just saying because if you say the price of Bitcoin is being dictated by what's going on with fiat, that is defeating the purpose.
Well,
Bread
yeah,
goes
no, yeah,
wait,
definitely
wait, wait,
no.
wait, 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 wait. Bread goes up with inflation. Gas goes up with inflation. Shoes go up. Everything goes up with inflation. So when you say the reason why Bitcoin is on the rise is because inflation, no, it's because everything is going up because of inflation.
Okay.
Even Bitcoin. That's not to me. I don't see that as a plus. Like, yo, it's going up because of inflation. Okay, so what happens if inflation gets under control? Is it going to go back down?
It's definitely going to go back down, and this is what Bitcoin is, because a lot of people that look at Bitcoin as a speculation are essentially they're not looking at it the right way. What Bitcoin essentially is, it's a network where you could transfer value on, right, securely and without a third party. That's the first and foremost thing,
There is
right?
no without a
Now,
third
the
party.
reason why, hold on, the reason why it's attracting a lot of investors and speculators and the prices going up, and you're hearing a lot of news about essentially, people uh, buying into it, getting rich, and doing X, Y, and Z with it, is because of inflation. We haven't fixed the problem that started in 2008 with the great financial crisis. We had a lot of banks that failed, and a lot of banks had to buy those banks that failed's debt, right? We had a lot of people that lost their houses because they got into some kind of weird loans, and that's why Bitcoin came out. So if the Fed was to raise interest rates, let's say to like some stupid number that they can't even do right now, because we could get into that. If the Fed was to raise interest rates, let's just say to 2%, it would instantly almost crash the economy because we
And
need to.
Bitcoin.
Well, yeah, essentially, and Bitcoin, but that's the right thing to do because you need to let this system burn. You need to let the
Okay,
system start over, essentially, and fix everything. Everybody's house goes back down to $45,000. Everybody gets a shot, and everybody's happy again, right?
good luck. Hey, Tim Howard, I appreciate the super sticker, bro. Thank you for the support. Now, now here's another one of these um scenarios, right? Everything crashes, right? Everything crashes. Do you think the sheep are going to be more, they're going to have more faith in the Bitcoin or banks? Because we see what happened last time. Nobody even flinched when they said we need to bail out the banks last time.
Well, okay, so let's say like the sheep, uh, let's say we go through like because the situation that you're trying to explain is something called like a deflationary crash, right? Essentially, what we're going through right now is either gonna end up in hyperinflation or super deflationary crash because we're a lot higher up, as far as like the asset prices and everything like that since 2008. So if we do go through a deflationary crash, I'll go through both of the scenarios. If we go through a deflationary crash, right, it basically is going to result in like all the cash under your bed, like the paper notes, the gold that you hold, your BMW collection, your house, whatever like that. If you could even still sell it, anything that you could get your hands on essentially starts shooting up in value because we've stopped printing more currency units and currency notes. So any money that's already in the economy in the environment is going to be like that's it. So essentially, money, the U.S. dollar would regain a lot of value, and that would also be bad for goods and services because uh essentially there would be no reason to goods and services would be too costly as far as price to produce. So like let's say a piece of chicken, right, costs $5, right? Essentially $5 now is really worth $5 like it was in 1920. So so now a piece of chicken essentially is really really expensive, and it's really getting harder and harder to feed a family of four regardless if it's the same price because we're going through a repricing event even if it's the same currency. So that's what
Well,
happens in a deflationary scenario. Go ahead.
okay, now this is what I'm saying because I'm dealing with reality. Shout out to Great Britain. He said for the 3000 GT, he said throw me an NSX next. Yeah, no doubt. First gen or second
Nah, you
gen?
got some dope thumbnails though. This is the yeah. This is the
Yeah,
shit.
hey, bro. I got thousands of car pictures, bro. That's what I do, bro. I got tons and tons. You know what I'm saying? So if the internet crash, you know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. I got car NFTs on deck all day long.
Yeah,
Hey,
no doubt.
so you think in a scenario like that, the general public is going to have their faith in the Bitcoin network?
Well, the general public essentially won't have their faith in the Bitcoin network. They'll have their faith in paper dollars, right?
Yep.
Because essentially in that situation, the banks will probably have been all gone bust. The ATMs won't be working, and the trucks won't be rolling into town with all the new goods for people to buy because money would now be scarce. So therefore, goods would also be scarce because it would be more costly as far as like the amount of not the amount of dollars it would take to still produce the same good, but just the fact that the currency units are scarce, that it would mean like a business would have to actually have their books in order and operating, really, really profitably to survive, or they would just like, instantly die because they would just start eating their own profits and, their capital expenses would just be too high, right, to operate. So now that's one scenario. We can go to the inflationary scenario, which would it's definitely look like we're going into that one. So let's get into that. That's my favorite.
So I don't believe that debt and inflation is a problem at all.
You don't think so?
No, and I think that they have the solution prepared. So I think that they're going to crash everything on purpose and then present the solution. And voila, programmable central bank digital currencies. Everybody going to be so happy because the stimulus it's going to come through some stimulus package, and everybody's going to be because trust me, again, yo, people love the government, dog. They love the government. They went to the government to solve the all the last recessions. The government had some kind of welfare program, bailout program, and people loved it. Okay, build back better. Uh, what was the first initiatives of after the Great Depression that you
Bretton
had?
Woods.
Yeah, you had Brent. You had all of these plant and people love. I think we just gearing up for another beautiful socialist program to roll through. That's going to be like the mother of all socialist programs.
Well, I mean, I gotta agree with you because essentially that's the route that essentially I think we're going also. So check this out. Inflation is a problem. The price of stuff is going berserk. Like you can get like a whatever 10 pack of steak or whatever the hell people are getting these days. It's essentially gone up like 20%, right? Essentially in a small span of time in 1 year, and that's just in 1 year. Who knows what's going to happen next year? Will the same state go up 20% more, meaning that's going up 40% from this year? And that's fucking crazy. So that's where we're going. We're in the first year of this really like this unwinding or melt up, whatever you want to call it, right? So
Now,
I think it's gonna wait. Let me finish. I think we're going into the inflationary territory where they're gonna have to cap the inflation by introducing some kind of a UBI, a stimulus in the form of a CBDC, right? They're gonna rename it, and they're gonna use the Russia. They use the pandemic. They're gonna use Russia now to blame it and say like, oh, Russia's trying to escape the dollar. That's why the dollar's crashing.
yeah, but
And
Russia's in on it too. That's what we talk about in my Patreon group.
guess what Russia's doing? I mean, you want to take a wild guess?
I haven't looked into it recently. What's the latest
Okay.
move?
Okay, so
Oh no
essentially,
no no no! They trying to adopt Bitcoin as a national currency.
not necessarily as a national currency. They don't love Bitcoin. Nobody loves Bitcoin. Don't no. We're not gonna run with that. They have to use Bitcoin because it's the only means of transferring large payments between borders without a third party. Forget the peer-to-peer. Now it's between large countries. You know what I'm saying? So if they want to buy
Right.
like a battleship or something like that, they want to send $10 billion, which they do have in Bitcoin. They will send it to like another country, and they getting all buddy with China now, which is like our number one enemy.
Well,
And it's
China already has the digital yuan that's already.
they not
I think.
fucking with Bitcoin. They not fucking with
Wait
Bitcoin.
a minute. Hold on. I'm just saying they already the digital yuan is already, I believe, 7% of all transactions in China right now, and and just
That's
to
crazy.
yeah, that's like 7% of the US population already picked up a digital dollar, bro. That is nuts. And the population of China is insane too. So 7% of their population is already moving with
Yeah, that's already 700.
pro-
Yo, bro, that's already
programmable poor people money, dog. Again, we went over that white paper. It is some next level human population control shit, bro. Talk about the Matrix, my nigga. This shit, the Matrix ain't got nothing on that white paper from the digital you want. Shout out to
yeah.
Russia. Oh, there go Creo right there. Look at Creo. Hey Creo, I
Yo,
got what? Hey Creo, I got another one of you guys up here. You know what I'm saying? He getting smoked too. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Creo. If y'all not subscribed to Untwisting the Game, you know what I'm saying? That's another one of my favorite Bitcoin maximalists. Um, he also thinks that Bitcoin is going to like be the world's reserve currency. He also I've been splashing holy water on him in the Telegram group for like 3 weeks already. I'm trying to cleanse Brother Creo of his, he didn't be consumed with the spirit of financial silliness. A1 says salute for bringing new topics, brother. Bruh, this ain't a new topic, dog. Nigga, we've been talking about this shit over
We've
here
been
for
talking
fucking
about this for a few years.
yeah, man. We've been over here going back and forth, but I appreciate it though. Now, and see, do you agree with this? See, because this is what I'm saying, man. I gotta check y'all Bitcoin Maximus, bro.
Yo, shout out to Creole, man.
Yo, when you say Bitcoin is going to infinity, okay? When when you say Bitcoin is going to infinity, do you know? All right, first of all, do you agree with that?
You can explain that too.
I don't want to throw that on you because Creole, you know, he quadruples down on this. There is no talking Creole out of this. Now the thing about Creole is Creole, and this and why I respect him with his views on this. He's a Bitcoin maximalist, okay, but he's not Bitcoin maximalist to the point where he's just not going to get into other digital assets because that's what we're dealing with. They're digital assets, okay. I'm gonna repeat that. Everybody's talking about cryptocurrencies, all right? Cryptos are digital assets, okay? They have different use cases, all right?
Well, yeah, definitely. Like, okay, I'll give you an example because like different jurisdictions have different classifications. So, like a virtual asset, digital asset, it's all definitely classified under some current. I mean, under some jurisdiction now, they mostly have some kind of a clarification on what these things are. So, I'll give you an
Yeah,
example.
but
Like
you
XRP,
can.
like XRP it's like a true
That's a
digital
digital asset.
asset. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a true digital asset, right?
Yes.
And
Most quote unquote cryptos are digital assets, not cryptocurrencies. And see, this is where I agree with the Bitcoin maximalist, where I believe that Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency. All right.
yeah, true.
Outside of CBDCs, of course, but
Outside of everything.
the only thing that is a currency is Bitcoin. All right. That's where I'm at with it. Ethereum, smart contracts, and all the rest of these different protocols, DeFi, and everything else. Like they're digital assets. They are not currencies. So
I'll give you
no, wait.
I'll give you an example as to why Bitcoin is going to infinity, right? Okay, so in the world of fiat currencies, right? You got all these fiat currencies essentially waging war against the dollar, right? You ever played Forex? You did Forex before?
No, I would never.
Me neither. But check this out. That's essentially what's going on, right? So you have like the Japanese yen, the euro, the pound, you know, the Australian dollar and everything like that, right? You have all these currencies.
The same. Yeah, you talking about all the CBDCs?
Yeah, all the shit coins. Yeah, all the CBDCs, all of them. So
yo, chill out. Chill out, fam. Chill out, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, they going ham?
Yo, chill out, man. Hey, I'm just saying, have some respect for the banks with the tanks, bro. They, you know what I'm saying?
Check it. So what we got going on essentially is all these currencies. They're all just playing tag at the race to the bottom, right? So one day it's safe to be in the Russian ruble, right? It's not safe to be in the Russian ruble right now because it's lost a lot of money against the dollar, right? Because of all of this news about Ukraine and everything like that. So you got a lot of Forex traders essentially jumping out of the dollar. I mean, jumping out the ruble into the dollar and everything like that, right? And maybe say like next week, like we got some bad oil news or whatever like that, right? Or let's say like the dollar right now, actually for real. Can I share the screen? I should be able to, or
maybe I'm on my cell phone. I'm not on my computer or my laptop.
I can share a screen because I got the whole
yeah, hit it and see what happens. Maybe I can accept it. I don't. Go ahead.
All right. Let me see about the dollar index, right? So what we're gonna do is look at the dollar index.
Judge Jill real with that with Forex.
Well, yeah, and I mean essentially Forex is just like trading in and jumping in from one currency into another. They're not really doing anything. They're just
Well,
making percentage gains against another currency.
well, one of the small YouTube channels I follow, they trade Bitcoin off of the yield curve and shit. Off of like the dollar index.
Yeah, yeah. So this is it. This is the dollar index right here. Let me share the screen. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's not giving me the option to even show it.
Now I got it. I'm on a PC, so I should be able to show it. 1, 2, 3. Can you guys see it?
No, I have to accept it on my end. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
you got to accept it on your end. Okay, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me stop sharing. Okay. Well,
Hold
yeah.
on, hold
Anyway,
on. Did you share it?
let me reshare it. Let me try to reshare it. Hold on. Okay.
Nope.
Hold on.
Y'all hit the
How we
like
looking?
button. Hit the like button and subscribe to Mr. G channel.
Yeah, I just talk a lot of shit, man. Just if you guys want to come
Man,
through, hit a drive by.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Right there. Boom.
I mean, I will
There
have
it is.
more
Hold
content.
on. There it is.
That's
Boom.
it. You see it? The 96. That's where we at. And the market's closed right now, right?
That's pretty high.
That's pretty high. It's gonna go a lot higher. Let's go to like
That mean Bitcoin finna drop.
That mean Bitcoin finna drop. That's a fact.
Yeah,
So
I know. I've been watching. Yo, chill. This Patreon content, fam.
Okay, so let's not get too dramatic, right?
Yeah, chill, bro. I see. All right, we get it. All right, we get it, bro.
Let's get it.
I get it, bro. I get it, bro. Yeah, I get it, bro. I get it, bro. This is going too deep, man. Listen, man. It's going too deep, man.
Bro, so here's what's going on. Here's what's going on. Infinity, bro. You feel me? In the long term, because where we going right now with all of this money printing and stuff? Where do you think we're going with it? I mean,
we're going into a regulated, fully controlled collapse where the solution is already waiting for the sheep. That's where we're going.
So
I don't even care. I don't even care. Listen, hold on. Time out. I don't. Right. Listen. I don't care about inflation. I don't care about the debt. The plan has been laid out. They've showed us and told us what they're about to do.
No, I agree. So now everyone's gonna get caught up in that, bro.
Yeah, they already had this. What was it? The emergency Fed meeting they had yesterday. Then it was like closed, and every time they're like,
I know exactly what happened. So they called some emergency meeting, right? And essentially, right, like after the meeting, some other not Jerome Powell, some other Fed chief from like I think
from the top, nigga, the banks with the tanks put the phone call. They hit the button.
Somebody else.
They got on the red phone.
Something. Yeah,
they got on the red phone and said, "You know what time it is."
Well, I mean, essentially, yeah, but none of that shit matters in the long run. Right, because Bitcoin is a computer program. It's gonna keep running as long as we have the internet. It's there.
Oh my God, there's no saving y'all niggas, man.
Nah, I mean, look, it's a confidence game. So if you're confident in the dollar, like I'm confident in Bitcoin, then best of luck to you because they keep printing it, right? And not everyone's gonna get caught up in the whole CBDC trap.
Bullshit.
Right? Now, look, rich people aren't safe either. Because essentially, like, what do you
think? They already know it's coming down. They're gonna have the most CBDC. They're gonna be
there. There you go.
Yeah, I plan to be one of them.
Bro, listen, man. That's best of luck to you, man. I can't
my
get
Lord,
with that,
man. Hold on, fam. So your plan is just be Bitcoin rich, all right?
Nah, well, I mean, essentially, like, look, you're gonna always need like let's say insurance against like this system crashing, like, because here's what's going on. This CBDC and everything like that, it's gonna be like a temporary cure for inflation, right?
No,
people are gonna start to see. No. Check this out. People are gonna start to see. Well, let me finish. People are gonna start to see that the same currency units that they're gonna have on their cell phone now, or whatever, like that. Basically, everything is still going up, and they're gonna still need to be able to do. Like now, they're gonna need to be able to do new things, essentially, to get money now. So now you see how everybody's doing TikTok and doing like kind of side gig work and everything like that. Now everyone's really catching up with what's going on. You're gonna have people essentially doing all of these new things, and you're gonna have some kind of like a credit system. If they're gonna model what China's already doing, you're gonna have people doing strange shit for some change all day, right?
It ain't gonna be
So,
no change though. Everything is gonna be on chain.
oh no, I know what you're saying. It's gonna be on their ledger and everything like that. But what I'm trying to say is everyone's gonna be have to adopt some kind of a lifestyle that they're not gonna want to adopt to be able to have money to live. If the CBDC is like essentially the only way they can reel all of this inflation and money printing in is with a UBI or CBDC right now. And that's still not gonna work in the long run because to manage this system, you're gonna have to keep inflation, and then that's not even possible, even with
Well,
like
that's what I'm
printing.
saying. Even through the CBDCs, they can control inflation.
They can because they can issue kind of like expiration rates on the money. They can
Yes,
give a different. They can give a different interest rate to me than they do to you, right?
yes,
They can make a house more expensive for me than it is for you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They can
Total
they
control.
exactly. Well, here's the thing: total control. So
The
now
sheep
you're
are
fixed.
going. The sheep are going to love it.
I'm gonna tell you like this: how many sheep own a piece of Manhattan real estate?
Man, the sheep don't care about owning anything.
That's a fact. So now look, not everyone's going to be caught up in this situation, right? So why are we worried
Everybody's going
about
to
the
be
sheep?
caught up. Everybody's going to be caught up in this situation.
I mean, essentially, like
Eh,
name a situation where how explain how everyone's going to be caught up in the situation because there's ways of managing. Let's say you have a CBDC wallet. Essentially, if you have a social security number or you file taxes or whatever like that, they're going to use that mechanism essentially to give you your CBDC. So essentially, you still if you have crypto, you still have your crypto on your wallet and whatever like that. Yeah, let's say like they close down the exchanges. Well, at that point, the price of Bitcoin essentially starts skyrocketing through the roof. And I don't think they're gonna have that essentially. They're gonna need people to be more and more in this currency essentially to get more people, like bring more and more sheep into the butcher shop, right? So they're not gonna like close Coinbase. They're not gonna close all these exchanges like
no,
on day
no,
one of the
no.
CBDC. I
Yeah,
don't think.
right, right. And again, with automation coming through, a lot of people going to be taken out of their jobs and stuff. When these UBIs start rolling through, then trust me, they're going to be
Yeah,
content.
and then now look, with that being said, that's also going to cause more inflation, more printing, and also more deflation because you know what that's going to also bring in like automation, right? With all of this new money coming in, there's going to be less people working, more of the wrong people getting more money, right? Stock market going up, everybody that's already rich getting richer, new people getting richer, less people working, and it's just going to induce more automation. Oh shit, I got mic noise.
Nah, nah, you sound clear to me.
Okay. Oh,
Now, okay, so yeah, again, like with everything that's coming down the pipeline, they said it's my mic. They said it's my mic. I don't know, man. Oh, you said I got a background noise. What about now? I still got a background noise.
nah, I got background noise myself, but
Why they say I got
that's
background noise? Oh, I can hear it too. Hold on. Oh, they say it's gone now. Okay. All right. Anyways, so so man, my train of thought. Okay, UBI, UBI, and
I could continue if you want because I know exactly where we left off. Essentially, like if they're gonna keep printing all this money, they're gonna have they're gonna have automation come through, right? They're gonna be less people working. There's gonna be more and more automation coming in, and they're gonna have to keep printing, and that's like gonna be nonstop. Essentially, we're gonna have like a just a nation of idiots and like few tech people making all the money. That's it. The money goes back into the same hands, maybe newer hands, and Bitcoin still wins in a scenario like that because essentially only the smart people will be able to access it and be able to transact in it. So it's going to be like all the good, high quality products, all the nice. You won't be able to drive certain cars if you don't have Bitcoin. It's you know. You
right.
there?
So what? Like again, like what I'm saying is that this whole new system that is going to roll out is going to be very necessary, and it's not going to be Bitcoin. It's not going to be. It's not going to be. Bitcoin is not going to be nowhere to be around none of this solution that they got lined up.
Well, it doesn't have to be Bitcoin right now, right? It doesn't have to be Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin, like I said, it just lives by itself. It does what it does, and it just tracks whatever is going on, right? So that's it. It's not gonna. It doesn't have
No,
to.
that's on your end, bro. Because I muted my mic when you was talking. It did give some.
Nah, it is on mine. Let me adjust it real quick. Sorry, guys. Let me mute it.
Yeah. So again, y'all hit the like button. Okay, hit the like button if you have not subscribed to Mr. G's channel. Mr. G, drop the link to your channel again, man. Like, yo, you gotta show people more about the recycling business and how you run the contracts and stuff through New York, man. That's lit.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Okay, so if you guys check out my channel, damn, is it still coming in fucked up?
Yeah, you're killing me.
My bad, brother. Damn. Okay. Now,
Yeah, that's better. That's better right there.
okay.
So again, CBDCs is coming. All right. Um, do your research, you know what I'm saying, when you start dealing with digital assets, because a lot of some of these digital assets are going to be used. Some of these digital assets are working with these central banks to improve and build on CBDC technology, not Bitcoin.
So let me add into that real quick.
Okay.
Damn, yo, let me know if am I coming in? Is it good? Let me get a one or something like that. I don't know.
No, I'm gonna mute up when you talk. Go ahead.
Okay, so see when we're gonna have all of this money printing and everything like that going on, it's gonna cause a lot of people not to work, and there's gonna be less and less people in the workforce. Essentially, on top of all the boomers and over 65-year-old people that are entering retirement every day. So it's going to cause more and more automation. You're going to see a lot more jobs essentially being uh, just delegated to automation and robots and that sort of thing. So you're going to see a lot of that coming around. And so that's going to make money a lot more cheaper because what the Fed is trying to do is change everyone's concept of what money is, right? So in a situation like that, well, now they basically have everyone controlled because in that way they can block certain people from having whatever they want and they can give certain people, everything. So in a situation where like someone's working at McDonald's or whatever like that, they will never ever, 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 or their children's children will never, ever, ever be able to buy a house or something like that, or they'll only own like an apartment or some crazy shit, right? So that's where we're going with like CBDCs, right? So Bitcoin being like a free system where people can transact is more attractive to something like a system of control, and you can easily jump out of CBDCs, right, by performing like a good or a service, right? Which is essentially what intelligent people tend to do when like a lot of pressure comes on and everything like that. You have people essentially now being
Hold
able to code.
on.
Yeah,
Let,
you
let
can hear
me
me.
yeah, let me get in here.
Cool, cool.
This is what I've been saying on this channel for a while, bro. That it's not going to be any more under the table money. You
No,
know what I'm
absolutely not, absolutely not. But
saying?
if you
And I,
do something physical, you can definitely like take your payment in Bitcoin.
right, but it's not going to be accepted to pay bills and stuff like that because all the it's going to be regulated.
Well, here's the thing: if we
In the
do go
public,
into it, yeah,
I'm saying like in the on the public chains, they're not going to just be taking Bitcoin and Monero and all these other
no, no, absolutely not.
whatever y'all think y'all got going on. It's not you're not going to be able to live with that money, like pay bills, go to the grocery store, because all of these big companies, you better believe they're going to be on board with the government public blockchains.
Okay, so two things. I'm not saying necessarily that you have to transact in Bitcoin. I mean, you're gonna be able to transact in Bitcoin on these chains or pay your bills with Bitcoin, right? However, if we do keep, going on the path that we're headed, essentially your bills are gonna be paid for because the existing debt like that we have is just gonna be printed over with like cheap money. They're just gonna hit enter and they're just gonna keep printing money. Essentially,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
UBI,
yeah. Yeah, they can. I played. You was here when I played Jerome Powell saying that they could print as much money as they
right,
want.
right.
Yeah,
So
so I mean,
essentially, so
they,
there is no,
and again, there is no. Think about this, right? The debt that we have is in this amount that spans 3 generations, bruh. Why isn't any kind of stimulus package, whatever, going on? Because they already know. They already know what's going to happen. These people, you think it's like, yo, the inflation is crazy. And yo, it trips me out that people still wait for inflation reports. They're like, oh, it went up again.
well, I'll tell you
You
what.
see what I'm saying? Like, is that, don't you see the trend? You know what I'm saying? Like now we like, I don't know. Like I'm just waiting for it to fucking collapse. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, they have no choice but to keep printing money because that's the only option that they have right now. If they raise the interest rates, it's gonna just crash everything, the economy, and like I said, everybody's house goes back down to like $40,000.
Yo, that's the beef you got to take up with my nigga Ramil. Ramil said that there will not be a housing crash.
No, I don't think so either because essentially all the people that own all the property are over 65 and rich. So that's what it is. They're not gonna make those guys get mad. They're gonna make all the, they're gonna sacrifice all the young people.
Yeah, well, they having a good time.
Hey, so look, here's what's going on. So now that we know that they have to keep printing money, and they're gonna come up with some kind of a way to like cover up the inflation with like a UBI or kind of like a CBDC or something like that. So everyone's bills are paid, and the only way you can get extra stuff is if you do extra stuff. So like, let's say like you watched YouTube, you seen all kind of people making stuff, cool stuff. Like, dude, I seen a guy make a hand, yo. This guy has like 4 fingers, I mean, chopped off, and he made like a whole hand. Like he made a whole hand out of metal. He shaped it and everything like that. So like, let's say you have people like that now freelancing and doing work and building like prosthetics and like that, things like that for people that around the world that have Bitcoin and things like that. Well, now you'll be able to buy stuff that the government won't buy for you or even be able to afford for you with Bitcoin, right? So that's where we're kind of going with it. So it's going to be like a specialty market that opens up for like private money and stuff like that. And over time, essentially, all fiat
All right,
currencies go to
private
zero.
money. All right, private money. With that said, I appreciate you for coming through. You know what I'm saying? This is my guest, Mr. G, the homie. You know what I'm saying? Uh, if y'all have not subscribed to his channel, subscribe to his channel. You know
Wait,
what
so
I'm saying?
let's talk recycling. I mean, damn, is it too early or
Yeah, go ahead. I got like 10 minutes.
okay? So just briefly, I noticed the whole thing was talking about Bitcoin and everything like that, but recycling essentially is like a worldwide thing, right? So you got, let's say, like most civilized countries and everything like that, municipalities have some kind of a law in the books that requires people to like recycle or beverage distributors to throw out their, I mean, to recycle their products, right? Because like Coca-Cola, Nestle, they're like one of the number one polluters. I mean, they're the number one producers of plastic in the world, right? They produce these containers essentially. So what municipalities have decided to do is essentially make the just pay for the pollution by incentivizing the people around to turn in their bottles and their cans and their glass for, let's say, like 5 cents or something like that. So it's not something that's major, but it's incentivized, right? So in New
Wait, wait,
York,
wait, wait,
yeah,
wait. So is that the little, like, if you look at the label, it says "return me for 5 cents" or some shit?
that's exactly what it is. So wait, where are you from, brother?
I'm in Texas,
Oh yeah, okay, cool. So is there anything like that out there in Texas?
bro. I have no idea.
Oh, it's probably not because I figured Texas is more like a privatized
Yeah, they we
corporate
have like
kind of
waste.
state.
Yeah, we got like waste management companies down here.
Yeah, so there's probably no so like you'll get a lot of this stuff in like democratic liberal states where they like kind of like to put pressure on the big businesses and stuff. So this is a way of putting pressure on the big businesses, right? And it's all kickbacks for the government. But it is good to incentivize people to clean up their environment and everything like that and make a couple of dollars while they do it. So in New York, it's a city of like 11 million plus. So that every day you got to figure like 1 million bottles drops down on the floor, right? So 1 million times 5 cents is like, let's say, mm, that's about a $500,000 roughly. I haven't did the math in a while, man. And I hope I don't sound like a dumbass or anything like that. But let's say 5 cents times 1 million, right? Let's say people drink a bottle of water, Gatorade, anything like that, and they throw it in the trash. And you get people that just fish it out the trash. So let's do a quick calculation here. So like let's say 1 million times. I'll be done in 2 minutes. 1 million.
I'm saying, while you running up the numbers, man, I just want everybody to understand that this man has trucks that he collects tons of bottles and cans and glass, and he has restaurants and business under contract.
So there you go. It's $50,000 a day. So that's like an average, right? And that's on a bad day. So you got to figure like even on the winter time, like even during the winter time, a day like today, right? And we've had a roughly warm winter. That's you could say like 2 million bottles or something like that. So let's say like let's say like that's a nice profit every day. Not everyone's gonna get the
Hey,
maximum, but it's
they say you killing us with the microphone, bro. Like
yeah.
you
Sorry,
really
guys.
you're really bringing down the quality of my broadcast, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna return the mic, Skyfall. Don't worry about that.
I said
But
return the mic.
yeah.
Nah, nah, but yeah. Hey, listen, I don't know what area you guys live in, but look into it. Mr. G breaks all this down on his channel. It shit look like the easiest money I ever seen in my life. I'm definitely gonna look into it and get like a little crew of little motherfuckers to run around in the truck and just, you know what I'm saying, get some people under contract. You feel me? So no,
Yeah,
it's not my mic, huh?
definitely, it's a good freelance business. My bad for the mic, but before I break out, yeah, definitely look into the recycling laws or your local municipality as to what laws are on the books regarding recycling. And thank you for bringing me on, Brody.
No doubt, man. Next time I'll probably have you and Creole both come up here and get all y'all crazy Bitcoin theories off, man, and just make it a real comedy show like it is. So with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new over here, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.